Hello, Champaign-Urbana community. Here we are again at Williams Memorial Services Limited, 1203 North Market Street. We're let the truth be told, and with the graduation season being upon us in the summer heat, we definitely want to make a tribute to the happy graduates, the positive graduates, and I wanted to introduce Sean Williams, the owner, proprietor, and kind of give him the mic.
Stacey, I really thank you, Lori, for being here, it's just so hot and everything going on, and I thank the Lord for the program and what we're trying to do in Williams Memorial Service, and I thank the Lord for Champaign-Urbana, this community, for the service that we've been able to provide for people in need, and so I just thank the Lord for just allowing me to be a servant.
Thank you.
Just being able to be a servant, and so in going into that dialogue and graduation season and things going on, there's so many people that have made milestones of success and that have achieved victorious achievement of graduating and focusing and things of that nature, and so. It's just really powerful to kind of graduate and go through all the hardships there are and all the obstacles and the things of that type of nature, because it's so hard sometimes just to graduate.
Right. With that being said, we kind of, because we are an informative show, we're spiritual as well, but because we want to help enlighten people, whoever we can, let's kind of just talk about some of the basics that come with graduation and kind of, the recipe for success, if you will. And talking to Sean before we're airing this program, we kind of came up with 3 points that we really feel are very essential as graduates move on to the next level and strike out in their individual endeavors. And one of them that Sean, we rarely agree, but we really agreed on just the visualization aspect of success and how to reach your goals. Can you help us with that, Sean?
Well, first of all, I think that you need to set some type of goal planning, success or planning method where you can start trying to find out what you want to do in life.
How you see yourself.
Yeah, how you see yourself. Where are you right now? What's your financial situation? What do you want your financial situation to be later on in life? There's too many times where people go into school and they're just going into it and they're doing what the crowd do.
Right.
Whatever the crowd do, they do what the crowd do. And so if it sounds popular, then you're getting into a field or industry or some type of getting some type of degree that's popular, but maybe that might not be what's out there that's available.
Right.
And so to keep you from going to graduating and then get a degree that you can't use, you need to kind of find out what the need is.
So to see yourself.
And see yourself.
See what you can see yourself doing for the next 40 years.
Yeah, but at the same time doing something that you like doing.
Right.
I get most gratification out of cutting hair because I like cutting hair.
Right.
I get most gratification of serving families because I serve families. And so in saying that you need to do something that you like doing.
Right.
So
it's a passion.
Yes, it's a passion, because when I used to work for Kraft, or when I worked down in Atlanta, and I moved to Atlanta.
U of I.
Yeah. Well, I never worked at the U of I.
University. Most everybody else had.
Yeah, I never worked for the University of Illinois. I had a couple interviews.
Me too.
Yeah, but I never did work for the university. But I worked for Kraft Foods down in Atlanta, and then looking at a bunch of those old retirees.
Sure.
Because you can see yourself through older people. And so in looking at the older people, I said, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? For 20, 30, 40 years. And so, and then not getting mad at the reason things changed up for me.
Right.
A lot of times we get mad about the obstacles that come in our lives. those are the building moments, and those are those rough moments that you got to go through to be who you are. And so when I lost my job down in Atlanta, and I really lost the job for being 2-3 minutes late. But the job was changing.
Right.
They wanted to change. They wanted to change what they were doing. And so when I did that, it was a crushing point in my life. I was damaged, but I wasn't done.
Yes, sir.
And see, and what happened is that the Lord had ordered my steps to be in a different direction. And so when that changed up, then some other doors opened up for me. And so I took advantage of the doors that were open before me, not get mad at what the Lord had at the time.
And it's good of you to talk about some of your adversity, and let's talk about as we all plan for success, that kind of speak a little bit about how success is really 99% failure, and how really that's not widely recognized.
I feel that you're heart to heart and breast to breast, because a lot of times we only like the good things in life. We don't like it when it go bad. We don't like it when it get rocky and things are not predictable. We always like to see what's going to happen, but that's not really biblical, and that's not really a faith walk.
Right.
Life is about a faith walk, but it's also about planning.
Yeah.
It's about planning, and so when you plan to do better, then you tend to do better.
Walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians.
Oh yeah. And so you want to kind of plan and pre-plan so that you can be successful.
Right.
So if you want to be an astronaut, you will do the things that an astronaut do to be a great astronaut.
Right.
And if you want to be a good barber, then you do everything it is to do to be a good barber.
Or a good funeral home.
Or a good funeral home owner.
Or a good anything, right?
Good anything. Good garbage man.
Right. Be the best you can be, regardless of what it is. Just be the best steward you can be. Do you agree?
Oh yeah. Just anything,
Yeah.
When I said garbage man, I thought of Snooki. I thought of Mr. Willis.
Right.
And I was so proud of Mr. Willis as a kid when he got his first brand new garbage truck.
Right.
And I remember getting off the bus, and I remember seeing him in our alley getting our garbage, and I told him, I said, "Oh, you got a brand new garbage truck." Oh man.
Right.
And he was proud, and I was proud for him. And so, we got to, as a community, be proud of the small successes that happen in everybody else's life, not just your own life.
Right.
That's a selfish way of looking at life. And so when I look at you, and I look at things that happen in your life, or if I look at someone else's life, I got to be encouraged by their lives in order to fuel the successes in my life and make me feel great about what's happening with me. And saying that, we talked earlier. You talked off tape earlier, and we was talking about haters.
Right. Oh, I didn't know you'd bring that up.
We talked about haters, and I talked about it on our radio program earlier today about haters.
WEFT 90.1.
Yeah, and you can't get mad about your haters. The haters become your congratulators.
Yes, sir.
Because they give you the fuel to be who you are and do what you do every day.
Right.
So you can't get mad about that. You pray for your haters, and you let them be able to come into your circle. You gotta bring, because the Lord said, bring everybody into the house. And it didn't just single anybody out. It didn't say keep haters out.
Right.
Keep the people that's out there that's whoremongering, or the people that's out there that's lame, or the people that's out there that's doing something wrong. Right. No, bring those people
Embrace
in.
those folks.
Embrace those folks. Bring them in, because now those guys are going to be successful, and they're going to start getting empowered to do some things that they need to do for their lives that make your life better.
Sure. And the third point that we came up with was networking, and how essential it is that just because you may be leaving the area after you graduate and turn your back on Champaign and never want to see the place again, networking, just keeping in touch with teachers and family and friends, and just not forgetting about from whence you come. Speak on that, Sean.
I'm strong on relationships.
Sure.
I'm very strong on relationships and building better relationships with people, and keep a good character, and meaning what you say and say what you mean.
Sure.
And so in saying that, I talked to one of my buddies from that used to play with the University of Illinois in Aries, and I talked to him, and he's doing really great in Chicago, and we're working with youth. And I talked to him about coming back down here for a Legends game.
Sure,
They had the Legends game, and they had the Legends game. He said, "Man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it." I said, "Man, come down to the Legends game. It's gonna be a really good event." And so he came down to the Legends game. He said, "Sean, I'm so glad I came down. I was able to network and be with guys that was before me and guys that were after me that were great successes." And so, in talking about success, you know, you got to be a congratulator.
Right.
That builds up your success.
Sure.
And builds up your momentum and your goals and your dreams and aspirations to success. Because you cannot be a good leader if you ain't a good follower.
Yes, sir. My mom raised me up on that.
You got to be a good follower. You gotta be able, and Bishop Wayne would say this, you know, you gotta be able to promote your boss. So when you get to be the boss, people promote you. But if you don't promote your boss, then don't look for people to promote you.
There's no elevator in that equation.
No, at all. So I always like to promote people and try to build them up, so make them better. I talked about a guy today. I was talking to a guy today, and he's not doing that well. And me and you and your mom talked about it earlier, and he's not doing that well right now with something that he's doing.
Sure.
And so I said, well, look, and I told you over the phone, I said, hey, man, look, let's pump this guy up, man, because this guy owe me $20.
I want to get that dub.
I need to get that dub. So I can't kick him while he's down.
Right.
I got to promote him.
And you've always been good about that,
Yeah.
Sean. You know, for the last 13 years, you've been the proprietor of the Whip Hair Design on 904 North Street, and I used to tell me how the Manor was, when the Manor was there, you wouldn't even have been here, Stacy. You wouldn't even have been a customer. So I know you really embrace that, and I really look up to you for that. Just treating people like people, and I think sometimes we get so much in a hurry that we try to dismiss people, and that's kind of partly why we're here, because we don't want anybody to feel like we dismiss them. Wouldn't you agree?